Good morning, guys. It is day 4. I feel like we kind of need to have a heart-to-heart. So this whole daily vlogging thing is kicking my butt. I was up till almost 1 o'clock in the morning again last night. My kids get up early, so I'm up early. I'm not getting any reading done because in the evenings I'm editing videos. And so this reading rush is just turning into not as enjoyable as my former reading rush was. I was going to say rushes, but I only have ever done this once. So I think that moving forward, I still want to daily vlog, but I think I'm going to keep them shorter. So not as many check-ins, not as much like filler stuff. It's fun to do, but it's defeating the purpose of the reading rush for me, which is to get reading done. My children are screaming. Who's surprised? However, I did want to do a little bit of a morning check-in. I didn't read any more last night at all. I have been listening to Breadcrumbs this morning. I'm actually re-listening to it again because, like I was saying with Kingdom of Back, I'm missing a lot of the details. I was actually talking to a friend this morning about it, and because, actually, let me grab it. I have both the books over here with me. But because both of these books are like magical realism, these people going into these fantastical places, I'm getting my wires crossed in a couple of places, and I'm also losing a lot of the details through the audiobook. And so while I was listening to Breadcrumbs yesterday, while I was doodling, I was like multitasking and I wasn't focusing very much on it. And so I actually ended up and went back to the beginning of part 2, and I'm re-listening to all of it at like 2 times speed because I've already listened to it once, just to like get my head in the right space, because I want to be reading these books and getting out of them what I'm supposed to be getting out of them, and not just reading them to get through them and rush through them and then rating them low because I don't really understand what was going on because I wasn't paying attention to them. Because I had a feeling that's what was going to happen. So I'm rereading through this one. I actually only have about an hour left of it, so this should get done today, which I said yesterday, but who knows. And then I've been going back and forth listening and then physically reading this one. So we'll see. I don't want to start another book until I get this one done. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to power through this one, get this one done, but still make sure that I'm retaining what I'm reading. And then I will alternate between either physically picking this one up or listening to the audiobook of this until I get this one done. And I really, really want to try to get this one done today. So because I need to get going on some of these other books. Luckily, these other books are short. Like I have Charlotte's Web, which will be short. I have another middle grade that's written in verse that I should fly through, and then I have And Then There Were None by Agatha Christie, and look, my TBR is over here, which I'm saving that one for Saturday because I have a full day of driving Saturday, and I'm going to listen to the audiobook, and I think that will fill up my entire drive if I listen. I have that one slotted just for Saturday. But in the meantime, I also want to read The Martian, and I'm pretty much like 20 pages into it. So I need to focus on reading more. I've been on social media a lot. I've been on YouTube a lot and just getting distracted and doing other things other than reading. And I really need to focus back on the reading part of this. So that's the game plan today. All of that being said, we also have plans today. We're going to take my niece tubing down one of the local rivers. So we have that going on, hence the no makeup, like braided hair. I'm not getting ready because I'm just going to have to get re-showered and done up later. So I have that going on today. So that's going to take up a big chunk of my day. I'm not going to get any reading done during that time. So we'll see. We'll see how the day plays out. That's really the only thing I have going on today. I do need to go get, I'm going to put a roast in the crock pot for dinner tonight. So I need to get that in like now. But really quick, before I sign off this morning, I wanted to share with you, my neighbor, my next door neighbor, her father passed away last year, and she was going through a bunch of his old books last night and invited me over to go through some of them. And a lot of them were like old history books and stuff that I'm like, nah, not my thing. But I did find a couple of gems that I wanted to share with you. So the first 2 that I grabbed are these old copies. Let me back up a little bit. These old copies of Treasure Island and Kidnapped by Robert Louis Stevenson. I have no idea what year they were published. My children are in awesome moods this morning. Trying to find the but they're illustrated. Look at this. How cool. So they're Random House, New York. Okay, where's the table of contents? Oh, wait. 1949. So special edition for Random House. Yeah, so got that. Kidnapped and Treasure Island. I went ahead and nabbed because I just think they look cool. I already have a copy of Treasure Island I recently purchased. The other one I got is this really old copy of Rifles for Waddy by Harold Keith, and this is a Newbery winner. It was the 1958 Newbery winner, and that's why I grabbed it, was just because it was a Newbery winner, and it's a really old one. So I grabbed this, and I thought that would just be fun to have on my shelf. I don't know if I will ever read it, but... Okay, hold on. All right, crisis averted. And then the last one that I nabbed is this old Dutton's Annual from 1889. And on the inside, here, I'm going to flip you around really quick so I can show you this. Okay, so this is what it looks like. It's from 1989 or 1889. On the inside, you can see it says to Ethel from Aunt Wanda and Jimmy, maybe, or Jenny. Christmas 1888, and it's this old kids book, and it has all these stories in it for throughout the year. How freaking cool is this? And so they were just getting rid of this stuff. They don't want it anymore. They have too much of it to go through, and so I don't think that the inscription had any significance to them. It was just an old book, but I thought that was the coolest. So anyway, so I grabbed those from my neighbor, and I wanted to show them to you because I love old books. I think they're so cool. Also, I forgot to mention the other night when I was in the middle of editing, my husband came to me and he was like, hey, I'm looking for this book. I can't find it anywhere. Do you have any idea? And so it's this old history book about some Nazi criminal that he was interested in. It's out of print. He said he looked on Amazon. It was $70 to $800 on Amazon, which just means it's out of print and you can't get a hold of it. And so I immediately checked Better World Books and found it for $8, free shipping. So that should be getting here probably next week. And so yeah, another plug for Better World Books, and I checked Thrift Books too, and I found it on Thrift Books, but it was more expensive. So it was cheap. It was what he was looking for. And so, yeah, definitely if you're looking for especially old out-of-print books, check some of these used book stores online because you might be able to find them. And especially with Better World Books, their stuff ships free. So, I mean, a lot of it, not all of it, but a lot of it ships free. So, anyway, there's my plug for Better World Books again. I am going to, let's see, I need to go get the roast in the crock pot. I'm going to keep listening to Breadcrumbs. And then I need to get the kids ready to go probably after they get the chores done because, yeah, we need to take off here in the next couple hours. So anyway, I will check in with you guys later. What you got? Show me. What is it?
My tooth.
Now you're toothless. Hey guys, so it's like 5:30 now on Thursday. I think that's what day it is. Who knows? But I figured I would give you guys a little bit of a reading update. So earlier today, before we left to go tubing, I was able to finally finish Breadcrumbs. I think I'm going to end up giving this one like a 3.5. There were parts of it that I really, really liked. And then there were parts of it that were just kind of meh for me. Basically, this follows our main character, Hazel. She is best friends with a little boy, Jack. They're probably like 11, 12 years old. And one day she notices that Jack just starts acting weird and then he disappears. And her mom convinces her that it's just normal. Boys grow away from girls eventually. And she just kind of needs to move on and she won't let it go. She's convinced that something a little bit, there's more to the story than that. And so she goes looking for him and she ventures into the woods, and it's a magical woods, and she kind of enters this magical realm, so to say. So the first part of the book I really loved. Really, really enjoyed it. The second part of the book, where she was in this forest, was where things kind of lost me a little bit. But there were aspects that I really loved. I just feel like maybe it wasn't quite as developed as it could have been. But anyway, so finished this one though. This was the book that I needed to read a book with the cover that was the color of my birthstone. So, and I love this cover. I'll probably keep this book just because I love the cover, because I'm lame like that. So, anyway, finished that. I have also made a little bit of progress in the Kingdom of Back. Not much, but a little bit. I'm probably, I don't know. I've been listening just to the audiobook of this, which is fine. It's working for me. I honestly don't even know where I'm at in it, but not important right now. I'm still enjoying it. I think I'm just going to keep doing this one on audiobook because that seems to be working now that I'm into the story. I was looking at what else I have on my TBR and kind of planning out the rest of the readathon and timing and all of that. And so I think what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to not rush through this one, but I'm going to keep reading this one, and hopefully between today and tomorrow finish this on audio. And that way tonight I'm going to pick up The Martian and start physically reading this, because I still need to read this whole book. Saturday is going to be a purely audiobook day for me, and I have a couple of my other books that I know I want to listen to on audiobook. I'm just saving those for Saturday because I'm going to be driving all day. And so I know that ahead of time and I can plan for that. I have 2 books specifically that I know I'll be able to fit into the time allotment that I need. What you doing, buddy? You riding your bike? You're going backwards.
I'm going forward.
Oh. And so I'm planning on that. So that'll be 2 books. And then I have a middle grade book and verse that I'm thinking I'll be able to get through on Sunday, no problem. So that would be 3 books. And so, and I had already finished 1. So I think there's a chance I may still get through all 7 if I can get through this one. So I think tonight I'm just going to sit down. I'm going to read through as much as I can of this. I want to say 4 hours left of the audiobook on this, and I'm listening to it at like 1.5, 1.6 speed. You're okay. You're okay. So I should be able to get through it. I'm thinking. There's still hope that this is all going to turn itself around. That's my hope. And then after the readathon ends, I have basically 3 days to finish the second half of Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince and all of Rainbow Valley, which is part of my Anne-along that I'm doing, my Anne of Green Gables read-along. So, because I haven't even started that yet. So I need to finish those 2 before the end of the month, but that's not related to this. So those are my reading plans for the night. I just wanted to kind of check in and let you know what was going on. I might try to check in one more time before the end of the night. We'll see. Right now, my husband has taken the girls to Taekwondo, and dinner's already in the crock pot, so that's easy. So, all right, I will check in with you guys when I have another update.
Easy to imagine. As though the world found a simpler way to get by.
I call it the light bulb.
All right, another late night ending the vlog update from my couch. I am finishing up editing today's vlog and getting it wrapped up, and so I'm going to sign off on this one for tonight. I didn't get a whole lot of reading done this afternoon / evening. I'm just spending time with the family, and I'm not gonna sacrifice that to reading because priorities. But I do want to probably stay up for another hour yet tonight and read and just get some reading under my belt, and then focus a few hours tomorrow during the day on just reading The Martian. So that's the game plan as of right now. But I think I'm going in a good direction. I'm happy with where things are at this point. So I will see you guys tomorrow.